This documentary explores allegations of psychological manipulation, coercive control, and child endangerment. Viewer discretion is advised. For years, millions of people invited Ruby Franke into their homes. She wasn't a celebrity or a movie star. She was a mother, offering parenting advice, discipline techniques, and moral guidance on her YouTube channel, 8 Passengers. It quickly became one of the most recognizable family vlogging brands online. Smiling children, structured routines, and strict values. To viewers, it looked like discipline. But to critics, it felt uncomfortable. Parents tuned in for advice. Children watched along. Fans trusted her judgment. But as her audience grew, a more complex and disturbing reality was forming just beyond the camera's view. A reality that would eventually shatter the perfect family image she so carefully built. Ruby Franke launched 8 Passengers in the mid-2010s, documenting the daily life of her husband and 6 children. Her approach to parenting was disciplined, regimented, and unapologetically strict. She posted her children's daily schedules online for all to see. She openly discussed their rewards and punishments. Her content was filled with lessons on obedience, responsibility, and family values. The channel grew at a staggering rate, pulling in millions of subscribers and hundreds of millions of views. Some viewers praised her honesty, calling her a model for parenting in the digital age. But others grew concerned, pointing out the intensity of her methods and the public nature of her discipline. By 2020, the scrutiny was building, especially after several controversial parenting decisions went viral and sparked widespread debate. Ruby, however, didn't back down. She doubled down, posting more content, expanding her influence, and cultivating an image of moral authority. Around this time, Ruby met a woman named Jodi Hildebrandt. Jodi was a licensed therapist, a self-help speaker, and presented herself as an expert in morality and personal responsibility. Together, they launched Connections Classroom, an online life coaching platform that promised to deliver truth, clarity, and discipline to its followers. Former clients would later describe the program as intense and ideologically rigid. Ruby's language began to shift. Her worldview hardened. Friends and family who had been close to her claimed they were suddenly pushed away. What started as simple parenting guidance seemed to be evolving into a structured system of belief, obedience, and control. As experts on psychological influence often note, influence becomes authority, authority becomes obedience, and obedience becomes silence, according to multiple reports. Connections Classroom was more than just a therapy program, it became a mechanism of control. Allegations from former clients and associates started to surface, painting a dark picture. They spoke of emotional isolation, where followers were encouraged to cut ties with relatives and friends who did not align with the program's teachings. Absolute obedience was framed as moral truth, and any form of dissent was viewed as a personal failure or even a sin. The program systematically discouraged any outside influence, creating a closed-off echo chamber. Former clients described a world of strict rules. Children and parents were reportedly observed constantly, their every move scrutinized. Daily routines were enforced to ensure compliance, and a system of rewards and punishments was tied directly to ideological loyalty. Slowly but surely, Ruby Franke began to disappear from her own YouTube channel. 8 Passengers was rebranded as a source of parenting authority, while behind the scenes, her family became increasingly isolated from the outside world. To her online followers, it might have looked like a simple career evolution, but as investigators would later claim, it was something far more sinister. In August of 2023, everything changed. One of Ruby's children managed to escape from a household linked to Jodi Hildebrandt and ran to a neighbor for help. When authorities arrived, they reported finding immediate and shocking signs of neglect and abuse. The illusion was shattered. Ruby Franke and Jodi Hildebrandt were arrested. The internet, which had once celebrated Ruby's family, went silent, then erupted in outrage. The questions came pouring in. How did this happen in plain sight? Where were the safeguards to protect these children? Who failed them? Court documents would later reveal a story of coordinated psychological control and long-term isolation, turning the once popular influencer's image into an undeniable criminal case overnight. The legal filings laid out a horrifying narrative. They detailed manipulation disguised as moral teaching, severe punishments framed as spiritual correction, and children systematically isolated from any outside support systems. Faced with overwhelming evidence, Ruby Franke pleaded guilty to multiple charges of aggravated child abuse. Jodi Hildebrandt faced her own parallel legal consequences. The online persona of the perfect family was gone, replaced by the grim reality of a criminal court case. Experts on digital influence highlight a disturbing pattern that this case exemplifies. Control often begins subtly. An audience's trust is leveraged to build authority. This authority then paves the way for gradual isolation and demands for absolute obedience. The Franke case serves as a stark demonstration of the dangers of online influence. When it operates without any real accountability, it forces us to ask tough questions about the responsibilities of social media platforms, the nature of parental guidance in the digital age, and how seemingly normal advice can become a tool for coercion. And still, so many questions remain unanswered. Could social media platforms have intervened sooner? Were the numerous warning signs ignored by viewers, or even by authorities? And perhaps the most unsettling question of all, how many other similar cases remain hidden behind the curated perfection of online family content? How many other perfect families are not what they seem? Ruby Franke was not just a YouTube mom, she became a cautionary tale for the digital age. A chilling reminder that influence, when left unchecked, can become incredibly dangerous. This is Criminal Verse, where every crime hides a story. Thanks for watching.